Hello students, as we have discussed in the online class today, now I am preparing one video for you to complete this exercise. Now question number 11 in miscellaneous exercise is, let S is equals to ABC. So we have one set S and T is equals to 1, 2, 3. The question is, find f inverse of the following functions f from S to T. So domain of the function f is S and codomain of the function is T. Okay, and their question is, find f inverse if it exists. So first of all, we need to check whether the f inverse exists or not. So for that we need to check the function is 1 1 and onto or not. Okay, so let us check the 1 1ness. Here f is given by a3, b2 and c1. a3, b2 and c1. Okay, so we will check whether it is 1 1 or not. Okay, so let us see through Venn diagram. A is related to 3, B is related to 2 and C is related to 1. Since each element has unique image, we can easily say that f is 1 1. Now let us check the onto-ness. And onto means what? If we are getting the pre-images of each and every element of codomain, then it is onto. So here we are getting pre-image for 1, 2 and 3 all, and that's why we can say that the function is onto, and hence the inverse exists. Okay, so we have checked our two condition, that is f is 1 1 and onto both, so it will have the inverse. Now f is given by a3, b2 and c1. Okay, therefore f inverse will be 3a, 2b, 1c. Just we need to interchange the elements in the order pair. Okay, this type of sums we have done in the previous exercise also. Okay, now second one is a2, b1 and c1. So first of all, check whether it is 1 1 and onto or not. Okay, so let us check the 1 1. So if we make a diagram, that will be the very helpful to understand the concept whether it is 1 1 or not. Here we can see that b and c both are related to 1, so it is many to 1. Okay, so we can say that here the function f is not 1 1. Now let us check the onto. So our condition for onto is what? If each and every element of codomain, that is 1, 2, 3 here, has the pre-image in domain, then only it is onto. Here we can see that 3 doesn't have any pre-image in domain, and therefore the function is not onto. So here f is not 1 1 and not onto, therefore we can say that inverse does not exist. Okay, so instead of checking onto-ness directly from 1 1 also, you can say that it doesn't have any inverse. Why? Because we need both. If f is 1 1 and onto both, then only the inverse exists. Okay, now question number 13. Now given a non-empty set X, so we have one set X, okay, any arbitrary set X. Now star is a binary operation. So domain of binary operation is power set of x cross power set of x, 2 power set. That means here the domain is Cartesian product of power set of x. Okay, and codomain is power set of x. Now a star b is defined by a minus b union b minus a. Now here you have to recall the theory, set theory from standard 11. A minus b means we will only consider elements of A which are not in B, that is A minus A intersection B, and B minus A means all the elements of B which are not in A. So just we need to consider all the elements of B minus A intersection B. So in short, in both this we are not considering A intersection B. In other words, we can also say that A minus b union b minus a is equals to a union b minus a intersection b. This you have to verify by taking one example, and that is your homework. Okay, now the next part of the question is, show that the empty set, that is null set, is the identity for this particular operation, and all the elements of set A of power set of x are invertible with A inverse equals to A. Means here the identity element is identity element is null set, and inverse is the element itself will be the inverse of this element. Okay, now if what is the meaning of identity element? So if we say that E is an identity element, then A star E is equals to E star A is equals to A. Then we can say that E is an identity element. So here we have to think of one set B such that A minus, instead of B, let us say E. So A minus E union E minus A should be A. So that will be null set only. That is A minus null set will be A. Union null set minus A will be null set. So A union null set will be A. Okay, so this is the hint. So let us solve this sum. So identity element, we know this is the definition, that if A is the identity element, then A star equals to E star A equals to A. Okay, here null set. So they have already said that null set is the identity element. We are starting by null set only. So A star null set will be A minus empty set union empty set minus A. But A minus null set will be A and null set minus A will be null set. So A union null set is A. Similarly, null set star A, that is null set minus A union A minus null set will give you null set union A, which is A. So here both are equal and is equals to A. Therefore, we can say that null set, that is phi, or empty set is the identity element for the star, for the operation star. Now invertible. So invertible means what? If we are getting, if let us say B is the inverse of A, okay. So A star B is equals to B star A is equals to E we should get. And here we know that our E is null set, okay. So let us take B equals to A. Now what we want is A star A, okay, we are considering, because they have said that inverse of the element is element itself, and that's why we are taking A here, okay. So A star B, it should be A star B, but B we are taking A, and therefore A star A equals to A minus A union A minus A is equals to null set, which is our identity element, okay. So here we have proved this, okay. Now next part. Okay, now next question is define a binary operation star on the set 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and they have defined the set as A star B equals to A plus B if A plus B is less than 6. If the addition is less than 6, then we are defining by A plus B, and if the addition is greater than or equals to 6, then A plus B minus 6. Show that 0 is the identity for this operation, and each element A, which is not 0 of the set, is invertible with 6 minus A being the inverse of A. So first of all, see the identity element. So E is the identity, this is our definition, okay. Now they are saying that show that 0 is the identity element. So instead of E, we will directly start by 0, okay. So here we will have something like this, that A, okay, if A plus B is less than 6, okay, wait a minute, okay. So their condition, if A plus B is less than 6, A star B will be A plus B, okay. And therefore we have started by taking two cases, different cases, if A plus B is less than 6 and if A plus B is greater than or equals to 6, okay. So if A plus B is less than 6, A star B will be A plus B, okay. But instead of B, actually we want to find here inverse element, okay, identity element. So we are taking B equals to 0. So A star 0 will be A plus B, but B is 0, so answer will be A. Similarly, 0 star A equals to 0 plus A equals to A. Therefore, we can say that 0 is the identity of star. Now, if A plus B is greater than or equals to 6, our definition is A plus B minus 6. So, putting B equals to 0, if B is 0, A will be greater than or equals to 6, then only this is possible, right? So, this is not possible. Why it is not possible? Because the star is an operation on 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So, there is no 6 in that set. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and therefore this case is not possible. Okay. So, we can say that 0 is the identity element. Now, for inverse, now we need to show that for each element A which is not 0, Invertible with 6 minus a means inverse of the function will be 6 minus a, binary operation. So a star b equals to e equals to b star a we want, but here our identity element e is 0. So what we want is a star b is equals to 0 is equals to b star a, that we want. Okay, so putting b equals to 6 minus a. Why? Because they have said that show that for each element a which is not equals to 0, that particular element b minus a will be your identity. Okay, so we have taken here 6 minus a. So a plus 6 minus a equals to 6. Since a plus b is greater than or equals to 6, we have to use this formula, and therefore a plus b minus 6. Okay, so here we can say that a star b equals to a star 6 minus a equals to 0. Why? Because we need to use this formula according to the definition of star. Similarly, here 6 minus a star a will be a plus b minus 6, but instead of here first element we have 6 minus a plus a minus 6 will be 0. Since we can say that here, okay, each element of the set is invertible with 6 minus a as the inverse of a. Now question number 16. Let a equals to 1, 2, 3. The number of relations, okay, we are talking about relations containing 1, 2 and 1, 3 which are reflexive and symmetric but not transitive. Now see, a has 1, 2, 3, right? So we know that relation is a subset or equals to Cartesian product of a cross a. So a cross a will contain 9 order pair, right? 1, 2, 3 cross 1, 2, 3. So it will contain 9 order pairs. Now we will total possible pairs are 9. Okay, but out of these 9 pairs we have 1, 2 and 1, 3. Now we want a relation which is reflexive. Now for reflexivity we know that it should contain a for all a belongs to whatever the given set is there. So here a equals to 1, 2, 3. So our relation must contain 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Minimum these 3 elements should be there. Okay, so for reflexivity we have to add 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Okay, that should be in the relation. Now symmetric means if AB is there, then BA should be there. So here they have given 1, 2. So we need to add 2, 1. If 1, 3 is there, so we have to add 3, 1. Okay, so till this we have 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, then 2, 1 and 3, 1, and 1, 2 and 1, 3 already they are there. Okay, now transitive means if AB is there, BC is there and AC is there, then we can say that it is transitive. Okay, now we need a relation which is not transitive, so we cannot add any more pair in the relation. Why? Because if you add 2, 3, then you have to add 3, 2, and in that case the relation will be transitive. Okay, so our first relation is 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1 and 3, 1. Therefore, there is only one possible relation, and therefore our correct option is A. Okay, now 17 number. Now the number of equivalence relation containing 1, 2. Okay, now equivalence relation means it should be reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So for reflexivity we need to add 1, 1, 2, 2 and 3, 3, then only it will be reflexive. Okay, now if 1, 2 is there, we need to add 2, 1, then only it will be symmetric. Okay, so this will be the minimum this one relation which contain 1, 2 and equivalence. Okay, so this is the first possibility, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2 and 2, 1. Okay, now total possible pairs are these many. Now if I add 1, 3, but if as we want equivalence relation, if I am adding 1, 3, then I have to add 3, 1. Okay, so that will be the second possibility. So smallest relation will be 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2 and 3, 3. You can also add 1, 3, then it will contain 3, 1 also, but it will not be smallest. So the smallest relation will be R1. Okay, now let us see the, if we add 2, 3, then we have to add 3, 2, and if you are adding 3, 2, okay, so that will be like 3 2 if you add, then only it will be symmetric. But as 1 2 and 2 3, because 1 2 is already there, you are adding 2 3, so you have to add 1 3, then only it will be transitive. If you are adding 1 3, then you have to add 3 1, then only it will be symmetric. Okay, so R2 can be 1 2 2 1 1 1 2 2 3 3, hence only 2 possible, because this relation is what? This relation is the maximum. This relation contains all the elements. Okay, therefore it is the A cross A, and here only 2 possible relations are there. Okay, first one is R1, which is the smallest possible relation, and the next one is the A cross A, which is the largest possible relation. So basically we are getting here 2 possible. Okay, so B is the correct answer. Okay, I have skipped few sums for you, so that will be your homework. But let us do this one, question number 19. Number of binary operation on the set AB. Now see, number of binary operation. Okay, now we know star is operation from AB cross AB to AB. Right, now AB cross AB Cartesian product will contain 4 elements, right, and here codomain will contain only 2 elements. Now we want to find star, we want to find number of binary operations. So how many binary operations will be there? Okay, so if I make a table here, this table will look like this. Okay, so one can be this way. Okay, so here you can see total 16 possible, but how can you derive the formula? So to derive the formula, we have this figure. So this image will help you to understand why we are getting 16 possible binary operations. Okay, but what about the formula, right? Because we are not going to list down all possible ways, right? So how can we derive? See, total combinations will be 2 raised to 2 into number of elements of set. Okay, why it is so? Because as we have 2 elements in codomain, okay, and there are total 4 elements in domain, so we can say that here 2 raised to 4. In general you can say it is 2 raised to 2, and we will get total 16 combination here. Okay, so here B is the correct answer. Okay, so I hope, and here the list of important examples that you can save for your for this chapter 1. These are the important examples. Others also you can solve. Okay, but these examples, if you have any doubt in this example, you can ask me during our live lecture. Okay, thank you.